I'm Jessica. Austin's behind the camera.
Hi, I'm Austin, the cameraman.
This is Gaming as Adults. There's a sick little one. He's gonna cough a lot.
He's supposed to be taking a nap, and we've laid him down, and he's being a little bit obstinate, so there's really nothing much that we can really do. On with the video.
So we're gonna do an update on my system, which means that I have to clean it. I have not cleaned it for
2.5 years.
about as much as I've owned it. 2.5 years. We've changed the fluid, but we have not cleaned the loop. So we're gonna start doing that today, so that by this weekend or next weekend, it's Sunday, the loop can be a little bit easier to clean when I decide to take off all the water blocks and scrub them. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna drain the loop and fill it with distilled water.
Flush the loop is the verbiage that you're looking for.
Well, we're going to fill it with distilled water and run it. He says that I have to do all the loop maintenance because I wanted the pretty color. So
I told her very specifically when she initially built this, I said, I swear to Christ, if you put that colored crap in your loop, then you are going to clean it.
I said, okay.
And she said, okay. And that was 2.5 years ago. And I keep pestering her saying, hey, when are you going to clean it? And she goes, I don't know.
So here we are, going to clean it. There's a lot of fallout in my blocks. And the actual tubing is very discolored. If you look closely, the tubing looks green. The reservoir looks blue. The blue is what it's supposed to be. So once we actually clean all the water blocks and stuff, we'll change out all the tubing. We're going to be adding an extra M.2 and a new graphics card, so there's going to be more tubing.
And more blocks.
So I guess let's get in here and drain it.
Let's get started.
So we'll show you some fun footage of all the grime that I have not cleaned.
So while Jessica's doing that, go ahead, get started. Do your thing. While Jessica's doing that, there's going to be some footage in the background about what exactly you're seeing. The discoloration is from years of this pastel fluid. The fluid itself is supposed to be opaque, and so it has this extra cloudiness factor to it. The problem with pastel fluids is that that additive that makes the fluid cloudy tends to fall out, and you're really not supposed to run it for more than a year. What most individuals do, though, is they will water cool for either performance or appearance, and Jessica has opted for appearance. So therefore, she doesn't really care about all the performance and isn't really going to change it until performance is impacted. You can actually look at the blocks themselves and you can see all these white areas along the edges, any sharp corners or anything like that. And that is the fluid falling out and getting stuck in the blocks. It's not good for your computer. It can lead to higher temperatures. Just all in all, not a great situation. She's been meaning to do this for a while. Normally, I would use something like an air compressor, not to be confused with compressed air.
Yes, but we have a little right there.
I don't really feel like taking this outside because, fun fact, it's heavy. And it is a low and deep squat. For those of you who look at this and say, wow, that looks so cool, I'd like to do it myself, but less dirty. because that's what you should be saying if you would like to do this, is less dirty.
Keep in mind that I can't lift it.
She cannot lift it, so she kind of relies on me. Understand that this computer, with all of its liquid in it, is in excess of 100 pounds.
And it's square.
And it's square and long and deep, and you kind of need long arms in order to get it.
That's very pickly still.
Yeah.
And then just...
Loosen the cap, the top. Yep. It just needs to be loosened, that's all. Are you good? That looks gross. Yep. And the air is going to bleed into the loop, and it will get some of it out. Loosen the cap some more.
That's pretty much off.
Just take it off. See if that helps. Gross. You don't really have that much fluid, so be aware.
It keeps running away from me.
Hang on, let me help.
Wow. That's an empty tube.
It's not empty.
No, that's an empty tube.
That'll help.
Because I can see light through this one completely.
Oh.
Yeah, that's empty.
So gross. Anywho. For those of you who did not know, I do not like colored fluid. Water is good. Distilled water is better.
It was quite apparent with the colored crap quote.
Moving forward. One of the interesting quirks about Jessica's build is that it has 2 drain ports, because the back radiator is so large that it kind of needs its own drain port. Normally you want to put it in the drain port in the lowest point, but this is kind of difficult because there's multiple.
Help?
You're just going to have to hold it.
Okay.
Here, let me...
Okay.
I'll hold it for you.
I'm going to pull the computer on this one.
Yeah.
There you go. Just air blowing through the reservoir. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so just pour this in.
Whoa! Hold your horses there, young lady.
What? Gonna pour it in.
So you know how much about to put in there?
No.
We're going to start at probably about a third of a gallon.
Okay. And then we're gonna turn it on.
And then we're going to turn it on.
Okay.
Okay?
So I can't reach up there, so I need you to come down here.
Okay.
Let go. And when we do this,
Did you put this on airtight?
probably. Yeah.
That is filthy. That is filthy. Alright, now while she does this, this is Primo Chill's Sys Prep, which is in there and has been shaken according to their instructions. So Primo Chill, apparently this is made in the United States, in case you are wondering, And the first step in this is to install your loop and check connections to ensure loop has no leaks. And then put this in 1 gallon. So this is 15 mLs for 1 gallon. It's supposed to prep your loop for whatever it preps your loop for. And we will find out if it does anything, I guess.
So I can't fit anymore.
Okay.
Hello?
Try it now. That is filth.
That's disgusting. Okay, so we have to loosen it to fill, tighten to...
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a toilet. I think that's the original color.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you're right. Here.
That should be good. Now, did it say at least 20 or at least 12 hours or up to 24 hours? Or up to 12 hours?
Run treated water for at least 12 hours to ensure loop is properly flushed and treated.
Okay. Because EK's website with their cleaning products says do not run for more than 24 hours. They're very precise on how much to not run it. You hit the go button?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go, go, go. It's not gonna work. So this is a little more than a third.
That's fine.
So are we going to drain this out and put the rest in? Is that what your plan was?
No, my plan was to run it and disconnect the fans.
Why?
Because you have to get it unattached. I mean, yeah, we can do like a preliminary flush.
We have enough to do it again.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to disconnect the fans?
Disconnect the fans and let it run for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
So the reason why you disconnect the fans, for those of you who are wondering, is because you are trying to apply a thermal load. There's 2. 3.
Neat.
Yeah, so we pretty much just need her to cook for a little bit. It's like the general gist. What's the plan?
Well,
Don't move your head.
my plan here is that we're going to drain out what we've got in there, which has already picked up a lot of the pigmentation, and then we'll fill it with what we've got left. Because I feel like if it picks up too much pigmentation, it won't be able to pick up the stuff that's stuck. You know if you have a washcloth and you wipe a bunch of dirty stuff up and like you get the washcloth dirty, it gets to a point where you can't pick up more stuff with it. So you get a new washcloth. The water is too full of pigment. So now we gotta put fresh water in it.
You think that'll work?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to take stuff apart and scrub it anyway. Why don't we try?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, what are we gonna do with this?
Well, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Like, we've got it. The problem here is it looks like normal drinking water.
Yeah, so we need to actually dispose of it before
Right.
we accidentally drink it.
So what better purpose than put it through a system that's nasty?
Good point.
So let's turn her off and drain her.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That doesn't make me
that
comfortable.
right up there.
Do we need to unplug it while we drain it?
No.
Okay.
Nah, why not? We'll do it anyways, just to
Okay.
make you comfortable.
Because I mean, look at that. It's coming out the same color.
Yeah, nearly. It's a little bit lighter, but yeah, nearly.
Why are you closing it?
Don't do this at home.
You've tried this with my system before and it doesn't work. Because you have to blow through this port. Because this feeds directly into this line.
What if I tried the other way?
You're gonna turn purple. Nothing's moving. See, you just lost it all.
Yeah, you're right. Don't do that. Alright.
Hey, look, it's ready to go in a new system.
That is disgusting.
So it's been about 2.5 hours. And 2.5 flushes.
Yeah, probably about a gallon of fluid in there, but normally the loop will probably hold about less than a half gallon.
Right.
So,
We let the last flush just kind of run. It's busy picking stuff up
still.
still. So we're gonna run it with 3 fans going and 3 fans off. And let it go for a few days until the rest of the supplies come in. Maybe we should plug in the other fans later. I don't know. Kind of looking at you for guidance here.
Oh, for suggestions?
Yeah.
To plug the rest of the fans in? No, you should probably actually unplug more of them. But it ultimately depends on CPU temperatures. That's going to be your biggest deciding factor as to whether or not it...
Like, the blocks really aren't giving off much heat at all.
But it's also not under load.
Right.
But you also have two 360 radiators that are chonkers. I think the back one is like 3.5 inches thick. So
this front one's only what, 2?
it's like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
And the only thing that can generate a load currently is the monoblock. So the CPU and VRMs. So yeah, we're gonna let it go for a couple of days, see what happens. For those of you wondering, almost across the board, anything that says add this for normal operation and it will solve all of your problems is basically fraud. I mean, will it improve? Probably. Is it going to make night and day differences? No. So, I mean, this goes for just about any cleaner out there.
Supposedly EK's cleaners have like a huge difference night and day, but they still don't get everything 100% clean from the couple of reviews that I saw.
Right.
Primo Chill's stuff doesn't have any reviews. I cannot find anything except for a Reddit post and a review on Amazon, both of which have people commenting that the cleaner left a white film over everything and they had to disassemble everything anyway.
So, and like that can be due to gunk from manufacturing, that can be due to just like a number of issues. Ultimately, if you want it to get clean, you just got to disassemble it. And so this is really just to start loosening up some of the junk. We want to make that explicitly clear. Now, that being said, every once in a blue moon, you do get a product that really surprises the market and takes everything by storm. Given that this pre-wash has been on the market for about, I don't know, at least 4 years, I don't think that's it. But who knows? Maybe we find something that nobody else has discovered. So we'll update in a couple of days and see how much of a difference it actually did. We've got before and after shots of how disgusting this is. Well, we'll have before, and then we'll have after. So already, show me the difference between what's in your reservoir and what you pulled off.
So this was clear when we put it in. Honestly, this might be the best angle to see it at. It's pretty cloudy. It's picked up a lot of the blue. Now, I don't know if that blue is just fluid that was trapped in a corner somewhere that got picked up, or if this is blue that's coming off of a block. I kind of want to go with the first one, that it picked up blue fluid somewhere that was just hiding in a corner.
You're saying you don't know if it was blue fluid trapped inside the loop, or if this is refraction of light from one of the blue LEDs?
No.
No.
What I'm saying here is, did it pick up blue fluid trapped in a corner somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
or is it actually cleaning off blue gunk from inside the blocks?
Probably attracted blue fluid from somewhere.
And that's what I'm thinking, is it's just picking up the spare fluid somewhere.
Now, that being said, you can see very well, you can see the Red Devil logo, the LED shining through here. If we were to show you the original fluid, the original fluid is dark. I mean, like, really dark. Are you capable of putting it, like, in front, maybe?
It's really heavy.
I mean, like, really, really dark. Notice how you can't see any of the LEDs shining through it. That's not... We're not messing with anything.
And this has been diluted. So, I guess we come back in a couple days. And see just how bad this got.
Yeah.
I think that will be our big tell, if it's doing anything.
Once we apply a load as well, it will
change.
start picking up a lot.
It'll also move the rest of the air bubbles out, because I'm sure there's air bubbles still trapped in
Oh
there.
yeah, definitely. Without a doubt in my mind, probably. Mm-hmm. All right. What is happening in the next video?
In the next one, we will take everything apart and scrub and air compress and vacuum and wipe things down.
Yeah. So I guess worst case scenario, you get the ASMR folks in here. And you missed a spot!
We'll hug our Red Devil goodbye. Put it back in a box. We'll get Bendy Dude back. Rip Bendy Dude 2022.
But that is for videos to come, and we will explain later.
So we'll see you guys next time, and bye.